If you are a driver who has their own car and auto insurance, this is critically important. You're going to want to check your policy to make sure you have sufficient coverage in your own policy for uninsured and underinsured coverage. Here's why. If you are in an accident and severely injured and the other driver is at fault, but that other driver either has no insurance or very little insurance, you may be out of luck. You might not be able to recover much, if anything, for your injuries. But if you have enough coverage in your own policy for UM and UIM, which is uninsured and underinsured, you could seek a recovery from your own insurance policy. Here's an example. We had a client who got into a very serious car accident. His vehicle was rear-ended at high speed and spun off the highway and was completely totaled. He suffered very serious injuries, including fractures, disc herniations in his back, and lacerations that required plastic surgery. These injuries were pretty serious, and normally he would be entitled to a large sum to compensate him for these injuries. However, the problem was the other driver who caused the accident had an auto insurance policy with only a $15,000 limit on bodily injury. So the maximum our client could get from the other driver was just $15,000. This wasn't nearly enough to compensate him for his injuries. Well, luckily, he had his own underinsured coverage with his auto policy with a limit of $250,000. So once he was done treating for his injuries, we were able to get him a great result by negotiating for and getting the full policy limit of $250,000 from his own insurance company. Now, if he did not have the underinsured coverage in his own policy, he would only have received a mere $15,000. So go check your auto insurance policy and make sure you have at least $250,000 in uninsured and underinsured coverage.